In this lesson, we will learn about the discriminant. The discriminant is used to tell us how many solutions we can find in a quadratic equation. Remember that a quadratic equation is just an equation in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. So if you see x squared, then it's a quadratic equation. The discriminant is really important because it tells us what type of solution you expect. So by that I mean, is it real or is it not real? It also tells us how many solutions. Is it one or is it two? You can really use this to check yourself when you're solving using one of the other methods we've learned before. The discriminant formula is actually found in the quadratic formula. It's under that square root part. It is b squared minus 4ac, where a is the number in front of the x squared, b is the number in front of the bx, and c is the constant. It does not have a variable next to it. So all you have to do is, number one, you need to write your equation in standard form. That means it has to go in order from x squared to x to the number and then make it equal 0. So you want everything to be on the same side. So they need to be either on the left or on the right, and then x squared, x, and the number. Second, write down what is a, what is b, what is c. After you do that, you just plug them into the formula and simplify. After you simplify, this is how you will know. If your answer is negative, you are going to have two non-real solutions. If your answer is positive, you are going to have two real solutions. If your answer is neither positive nor negative, which means that it's 0, you will only have one real solution. It doesn't tell you what the solution is, it just tells you what to expect. Let's do some examples. So for number 1, I have this quadratic equation. I see an x squared. First, I want it all to equal 0, everything to the same side. So what I'm going to do is move this negative 9 to the other side. So since it's a negative, I'm going to add 9x squared, bring it to the front because it goes from x squared, so it can be in standard form. So I have 9x squared. I don't need to put a plus there because it's first. And then I'm just going to drop these down. Here, that's gone, so I have 0. So that's good. Now I know that a is the number in front of x squared, which is 9. B is the number in front of x, which is a negative 6. And then c is that last number, which is 1. So I'm ready to go to my formula, which is b squared minus 4ac. I guess I'll go ahead and write it down. B is negative 6. It's really important you put this in parentheses. The b goes in the parentheses, which is a negative 6, and that's squared, minus 4 times a, which is 9, times c, which is 1. You can either put parentheses here or you can just put times. So how do we simplify this? Remember that the order of operations says that the negative 6, the exponent part, must be done first. So negative 6 squared is negative 6 times negative 6, which is a positive 36. I'll just drop this down because I don't like to do things all at once. Drop your 36 and multiply. So negative 4 times 9 is negative 36, times 1 is a negative 36, so I have minus 36. 36 minus 36 is 0. That's not the answer. This tells you that that's 0. When the answer is 0, how many solutions can you expect? One real solution. So if you're solving this, I should just get one answer, not two. All right, on to number 2. Move the 7 to the other side, so subtract 7. So I have 2x squared minus 7 equals 0. Now it's in standard form. A is the number in front of x squared, which is 2. B is the number in front of x. I don't see an x, so you're going to make that 0. And then c is that last number, which you have to get the sign in front of it too. So that's a negative 7. I am ready to plug these into my formula, which is b squared. B is 0, so 0 squared minus 4 times a, which is 2, times c, which is a negative 7. Again, exponents go first. 0 times 0 is just 0. I'm just going to go ahead and drop these down. Then multiply these. So I'm dropping down my 0. Negative 4 times 2, negative 8. Negative 8 times negative 7 is a positive 56. Add these two, you get 56. So this is a positive answer. Because it's positive, I know I'm going to expect two real solutions. So the problem would say something like, use the discriminant to determine how many solutions on what type. So this is how you do it. All right, finally this one. I could either move my 3x squared to this side or move these two. It really doesn't matter. Let's just move the 3x squared because it seems easier. Just remember to put it in the front. So 0 equals negative 3x squared. 9 is positive, so plus 9x minus 7. If I moved these to the other side, I would get different signs, but it would all work out when we do the simple math. So here I have a is negative 3, b is 9, and c is negative 7. So I'm ready now. B squared, so b is 9, minus 4 times a, which is a negative 3, times c, which is a negative 7. So 9 times 9 is 81. Drop these down. 81, multiply these now. I have 3 negatives, so I know it's going to be a negative, but negative 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. No, it's positive 12. Negative and negative is a positive. So positive 12 times negative 7 is a negative 84. Now we can subtract. 81 minus 84 is going to be a negative 3. Because it's negative, I know I can expect to have 2 non-real solutions. And this is how we use the discriminant to determine the solutions in a quadratic equation.